There are a lot of podcasts out there, but only one with this kind of energy.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps Prediction Sports. Let go, show recaps prediction sports
In one podcast.
Welcome to EVP Show Recaps Prediction Sports. Let go.
What is going on, everyone? It's we are live with the EVP Show. It is Sunday Night Scoops with the EVP, episode number 7. Hopefully, we won't be experiencing any technical difficulties. We definitely had some on Friday. I don't know what's going on with Elon Musk and Twitter, but the connections have been very jacked the hell up. So, last Sunday was kind of it was a pretty good episode, but we were kind of rushing, obviously because it was Super Bowl Sunday. So I will leave the Q&A up a lot longer today because I had to cut it short last week. So hopefully people will start filing in here and we can get started. Before we get started today, though, obviously, we've been promoting it, the DWE, me and Miami, Final Boss Lady, Craig, Reg, After the Slam. There is a raffle for the WWF Intercontinental Championship. It's going to go all the way till February the 28th. You basically just scan the QR code, you pay $15 to enter. You could have multiple entries into the raffle for that classic WWF Intercontinental Championship held by Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels. The list goes on. So you definitely don't want to miss out on the opportunity. $15 to win that title. All the rest of the proceeds are going to go towards the next title belt. But like he says, I'm going to show you guys the video obviously before we get started. But in order to be eligible, you must subscribe to the EVP Show, After the Slam podcast, and Talk It Up Wrestling podcast. With that being said, I'm going to show you the video from After the Slam, give you the pictures and the QR code that you have to scan in order to start, and then we will get started with Sunday Scoops. I have a lot of info, so enjoy the video. Like I said, I'll show you the QR code and everything else afterwards. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat or through DMs.
Hey guys, it's me, Bodacious Albert from the After the Slam podcast, and today we are announcing big news. For the first time in After the Slam history, we are going to do our first raffle giveaway. After the Slam podcast and the DWE, we're giving away our first championship belt. It's easy to enter. All you gotta do is scan that QR code and pay $15 to enter the raffle. And guess what? It's simple. If every $15 you put in, it's an extra raffle and a better spot for you to win. And what am I talking about? We are giving away the classic Intercontinental Championship. This title is going to be given away to a lucky winner. All you gotta do is scan that QR code and pay that $15. Imagine winning a championship belt for only $15. But there's also a catch. You need to subscribe to all of the DWE members' YouTube channels. After the Slam, Talk It Up, and the EVP Show. So get going. Get a chance to win an IC championship belt shipped straight to your door. Only $15. It's all in your hands. The funds of this contest will go on to buying a new championship belt every single month so we can do a giveaway. So don't miss it. Become the Intercontinental Champion of the IWC. For more info, look at the description below and you can see all the details there. Become the Intercontinental Champion.
Like I said, $15 to win a WWF Classic Intercontinental Championship belt. How to enter? Subscribe to After the Slam podcast on YouTube, the EVP Show, and Talk It Up Wrestling podcast. send the $15 via PayPal once you have scanned the QR code, and then you're entered. Like I said, you must subscribe to all 3 of the YouTube channels. And all proceeds will go to the next belt that After the Slam is going to be given away. And this is also the QR code. Internet's being slow today. We got some horrible weather here. It's like raining super bad. That's the QR code that you will scan. Like I said, if you got any questions, make sure to reach out to me or After the Slam Podcast or anyone affiliated with GWE Miami, Final Boss Lady, Greg, everybody. We're all in the chat together, so it's pretty simple. The videos on my TikTok as well as my Instagram, it's on my X as well. So I do play it before and after, or before and at the end of every stream. Try to help promote, because like I said, we are less than 2 weeks away from Elimination Chamber, and that is when the raffle is going to end. So like After the Slam said, it's all in your hands, so make sure that you don't miss that raffle. That is definitely a good championship belt to have. I'm not going to be in the raffle because that's for you guys, but I mean, I kind of wish I could, but I mean, you never know. But you can't beat winning that title belt for $15 for sure. So we don't have any comments yet. Looks like we have 30 people watching. I do want to check my X to make sure that it's streaming live on my X. I did have some technical difficulties Friday. Then we'll get started with the news. Like I said, this is you guys' chance to get it out there. Yeah, question. I don't know why it's not showing up on my X. It's crazy. It's showing up on Miami's though. It's so weird. Not quite sure why it's not showing up on mine. So frustrating. I don't know why I drove this. Elon is like tripping hard. We have 35 viewers, so hopefully it eventually shows up. I have no idea what the hell is going on with freaking Twitter. I just updated it last night, so I figured it would fix it. It's live on Miami's page, but it shows live on mine too, but I don't see it. But we'll go ahead and get started, guys. I don't have like a whole lot of like breaking news. Obviously we've seen all of the stuff going on with Dave Meltzer and Brody King. I'm not going to dive very deep into that. I'm going to let Solid Monster and JD from NY206 kind of hammer down on him. Obviously, JD from NY was on the coach, I think it's the Bro and Coaches show last Friday with Vince Russo and Coachman do a show. And Vince Russo's father, I believe, is kind of sick, so prayers out to him for a speedy recovery. It's crazy. So I was watching Denise Salcedo's podcast, her after recap kind of thing like that I do for SmackDown with Santi's out, and it looks like Cody was making like some references to like the streamers on his promo Friday, and they were talking about like maybe like Cody like actually figured out his Instagram password, because he went in and like followed a bunch of people. He still hasn't followed me yet, but he followed like Denise and Santi Zap, Comment, Weezy Bond, and all them. So like I don't know if he just figured out his Instagram password. A lot of the wrestlers have somebody that like controls their social media channels. Um, so like if you get, I got tons of follows from like Natty, um, a lot of R-Truth, John Cena, um, Karrion Cross, a lot. I think I have like 10 or 12, and then a shit ton from NXT and LFG. Obviously, I want Jason James, Charlotte Flair, um, and Cody Rhodes, but they're making me work really hard for it. But as far as the Brody King stuff, I'm not really going to dive too deep into that. It was announced by Fightful Select. I think it was Fightful. It was either Fightful or Body Slam. They were formerly the Iconics. Back in WWE, they have signed a multi-year contract with AEW. It was highly rumored that they were going there when they were left TNA. Some people had speculated WWE, but I don't know. There's still a lot of heavy rumors going around about Paige. I can tell you, as of today, she is not signed with the WWE. Now, will it happen? It's a possibility because a lot of the WWE stars are like tagging her. So like, I'm sure they'll like pushing her heavy, like creative and to stuff like that to try to get her signed. I do expect to see Paige back in WWE eventually, but I don't know when that's going to be. So also on the Nikki and Brie podcast, Nikki Bella was talking about her DMs, which was funny, about a lot of people being in her DMs, sending her pictures and stuff like that, which she was talking to Deion Sanders about that. But then she had Charlotte Flair on. Obviously, we've seen Charlotte Flair in the Daytona today with Puka Nakua from Los Angeles Rams doing like commentary. So that's like the second or third time those two have been spotted out together. So kind of sparking some rumors there, kind of like with Nikki and Cooper DeJean. We'll see, but you just never know. They're Hollywood, so those stars, they switch up every week. Just could be hanging out or doing the show together. But we already knew that the TNA International Champion was Shannon Stacks Lorenzo. So, and you know, Santino is obviously Ariana Grace's dad or whatever. And now we have Ariana Grace as the new TNA Women's Knockouts Champion, which was really crazy news for me. I did not expect that to happen. I mean, she's a very good like comedic character, and she does very well on NXT with Stacks. But now she is our TNA Women's Knockouts Champion, which is crazy. Shout out to Talk Up Wrestling Podcast, where he posts on the stream. Make sure you give them a follow on X and YouTube. DW Radio was not live yesterday. It was Valentine's Day. Hopefully everybody had a good Valentine's Day as well. I did watch Wrestling Divas podcast last night because it was funny as hell. They were drunk, having a good time, so I did tune into that. There'll probably people walking behind me. I'm streaming live in the shopping center because I get better connection. What's going on, Bobby? I saw you last night in the Wrestling Divas podcast, so good to see you again. Appreciate the like on YouTube. So we're getting close to Elimination Chamber, guys. I did make a post today. Obviously DWE and Gimmick Table Media get first dibs. But you know, I have Stampede coming on for the Elimination Chamber prediction show. Vinny from Suds and Square Circle Media. So myself. So there is still at least 5 more openings. I would like to have 6 people. So I do have at least 3 more openings. That's at the minimum. And then 5 would be maxed until I upgrade, which should be probably this weekend coming up, when it's time for me to pay and upgrade again, where I can get more people in for streams and I can stream to more platforms. So let's get to one of the biggest topics that a lot of the podcast people are talking about. JD talked about it. Solid Monster talked about it. Santi's out. Denise. So it's reported by Ghost of Madness and Dave Meltzer that the rumored match at WrestleMania since January is LA Knight versus Brock Lesnar. I'm here to tell you that is absolutely false. Now, could it have been discussed? I'm sure, because there's been several creative meetings inside WWE. I was told specifically yesterday from my guy that they're meeting like at least once or twice a week. Now, do they have everything locked in? I don't think they do. Honestly, I really don't. I think it's gonna come down to like this week. They want to have everything locked in before Elimination Chamber. So like for me to tell you guys it's something that's absolutely locked in, I would be lying, and I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna give you the information that I know as far as where we're headed to WrestleMania for WrestleMania matches as of what I was told yesterday. So first off, like I said, Brock Lesnar, could it end up being Brock and LA Knight? It could, but nobody wants to see that shit. Like TKO is like they're in panic mode right now because they're not selling tickets and all the rest. Obviously you guys have seen it all over X. You know, I seen the crying outrage of Cody Rhodes winning the chamber last night. I'm not gonna go into all that. I did a TikTok live about it yesterday. You guys just need to get over it. I mean, Roman's main event night 2. I told you guys Cody was gonna be in the main event, so like I don't know why you guys are so surprised. I personally don't want to see Cody and Drew again, so that's why, you know, I would have rather Cody have won the title back at Chamber and faced Randy Orton at Mania, but there was 2 pitches, like I said last week. The one was Cody versus Drew. That was the original pitch. And then, you know, they had the triple threat, and I still do, and my guy said yesterday, the triple threat is still on the table for Jacob Fatu to be added. The Chamber's coming up. Obviously, Cody is fully expected to win the Chamber, but Jacob Fatu could be added to the match. Like I said, nothing is locked in when it comes to that. So, I'm just gonna say, as of now, it is gonna be Drew and Cody in a Hell in a Cell match. But don't be surprised if Jacob Fatu is added to that match, because everybody's bitching about it on X and crying because they've seen the match too many times. But we know Triple H loves to rinse and repeat. TKO loves to rinse and repeat. Cody is going to be in the main event no matter what. So if you don't like it, don't watch night 1. I mean, I don't really know what else to tell you. I've been telling you guys for months. You don't want to listen, you know, that's on you. So shout out to Talk About Wrestling Podcast again for reposting the stream, and After the Slam podcast. Great show. Congrats on the new gig that you got going. I've been promoting the hell out of that raffle. I do play the video for your video before the stream and after the stream. It's on my TikTok as well. I did a whole TikTok live about it a few days ago. Trying to promote, get some people in this raffle. So shout out to After Slam. Like I said, if you guys are going to get into the raffle, you scan that QR code, you give After Slam podcast, Talk About Wrestling podcast, and the EVP show all a subscription on X. Pay that $15 and you're in there. And there's going to be a winner drawn on March the 1st. So let's get into Elimination Chamber news. We're going to have Finn Balor going up against CM Punk. I don't know why they're doing this match. I don't. It's in Chicago. It's just a match for CM Punk to have in his hometown. Finn Balor's not winning. So if you guys are expecting a triple threat with Finn Balor, Roman Reigns, and CM Punk, then you're super delusional because that's not happening. That's definitely the match, the main event of night 2. I don't know in any world where anybody thinks that CM Punk is beating Roman Reigns. It's not happening. It's not. So I don't care what all the rest of these people say. Like, Roman, TKO made the call for him to win the Rumble, and there's a reason for that. They want to put the title on him so that the numbers and all that can get elevated. So Punk will be dropping the title at WrestleMania. So, and Cody is slated to win the title back at WrestleMania too as well for SmackDown. So if you guys don't like it, don't watch SmackDown and don't watch Night 1, is all I can tell you. But I did say that there is a possibility Jacob Fatu could be added. We'll see what happens on SmackDown this week. I don't think Jacob gets added to the Chamber match, but I do think that there's a possibility that he could be added to that triple threat. There's also been a pitch for Cody versus Drew versus Jacob versus Randy, which I think is a bit much. I think that's a lot of overkill. I don't think that's going to happen. So let's get to the Brock LA Knight stuff that Meltzer is like melting down on. I even commented on Meltzer's post. Obviously, if it's reported by WON, it's usually false, unless it's AEW stuff. He has no WWE source. So, like, I guess he's stealing information from SAP or from somebody else that's posting in a chat group chat or something like that. But LA Knight and Brock Lesnar is not planned. Will it happen? Possibly, but I highly doubt it. The match that needs to happen, the match that I was told and been told and been telling you guys, is Brock Lesnar over Femi. They've advertised Brock for the Raw on I think it's the 22nd or 23rd. Wait, it's gonna be the 23rd in Atlanta. So fully expect Oba to be the one to come out there and confront him. I did get some big news today. So this is probably gonna upset a lot of people. I don't have this 100% confirmed, but I was told today that there is a strong possibility that Gunther retires Rey Mysterio Jr. at WrestleMania. I know everybody wants it to be Dom. I even want it to be Dom, but they gotta have something for Gunther to do. They can't. I don't think Gunther qualifies for the Chamber. I think Dragon Lee ends up costing him, or maybe Ray or something like that. I honestly see Dom getting in there. It makes a lot of sense for what I'm going to talk about next. I feel like Dragon Lee or Ray is. I don't think that Gunther is going to get pinned tomorrow. I think that Javon Evans may be the one that ends up eating the pin. But I don't, because Gunther can't get into the Chamber and lose. So the way they're building his character, I don't think that makes a whole lot of sense for that. So the plan right now is to have Finn Balor lose to CM Punk. He's obviously gonna snap. I can see Dom qualifying maybe for the Chamber, and then obviously I can see like Liv and Dom maybe turning on Finn, because ultimately, like I've been telling you guys for weeks and weeks, the plan is for Dominic Mysterio to lose the Intercontinental Championship to Finn Balor at WrestleMania. Finn Balor will win, or is slated to win. I don't want to say will. Is slated to win the Intercontinental Championship from Dominic Mysterio at WrestleMania. But I was told last night that Gunther versus Rey Mysterio is the match for WrestleMania, a career match. Will it happen? Like I said, they're changing shit daily. Or daily meet. I'm giving you guys the information that I get the day before I come on the show. If it changes, obviously I'll come on here and say, hey, it was changed, but they're not gonna do Gunther Dragon Lee. So like I know he's already like choked him out, but they're not doing that. So I was told it's Gunther Rey Mysterio. I still truly believe that it's going to be Brock Lesnar over Femi. Now, they did do a heavy tease. Like, WWE is trying to play with everybody's mind about this Liv Morgan stuff. Having her come on SmackDown with the Jade Cargill stuff. That's just WWE trying to mess with you guys. She's 100% not picking Jade. She's picking Stephanie Bakor. That's the match. So she's not picking Jade. But let's talk about the Jade Cargill situation. So for me, I feel like that's probably her best match that I've seen since she's been in WWE. Shout out to Michael, Wrestling Fanatic. He says, I'm okay with Ray with Gunther happening since I think with all of Ray's injuries, it might be time for him to hang it up. In my opinion, so Gunther's going to be retiring. There are a lot of people. I was told yesterday that he was going to be retiring Rey Mysterio. The list is just going to start piling up for Gunther. He's a career killer. He doesn't need a title match because he doesn't need to lose. So Bobby says happy Sunday. So there was a big tease yesterday on SmackDown with Jade Cargill, Io Sky. Obviously there was a tease with Io Sky and Julia. There was a tease with Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley for the first time, which, so the way WWE is wanting to do this is the reason why they've been holding off on Jade is because they've been waiting on Bianca Belair. She wasn't at the Rumble. As what I was told last night, I don't think she is going to be in the chamber. So as of right now, they have like 2 or 3 different options that they could go with for Jade. They need someone that can kind of help carry the match with Jade, and they need somebody that can match like power-wise as well, which makes a lot of sense. So there's 2 names that's really, really being pitched heavily, really strong to face Jade at WrestleMania, and that's Charlotte Flair. I know a lot of people are not going to like that because she was in a women's championship match last year against Tiffany Stratton. But she's a face now, so a lot more people like her. She's popular. I don't know if she beats Jade. I don't think so. I think it might be an opportunity for Charlotte to put Jade over because Jade needs like a big, huge win. I know she won Queen of the Ring, but her matches were awful. But then there's also another pitch for her to face Rhea Ripley. So we could see that as well. I don't want to tell you which way that they're going. I'm just going to tell you which way I think they're going, and I think they're going to go Charlotte Flair route. We're just going to have to see how it plays out. Charlotte has a chance to qualify Friday. I believe she qualifies. It looks like the women's chamber is going to be all tag teams pretty much, except for Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany's also an option to face Jade. So Tiffany, Charlotte, or Rhea, there's nobody else unless it's Bianca. But I'm betting on it to be Charlotte Flair. So we got Ray Dom, we got Brock Oba, Roman Punk, as of yesterday, Cody Drew, but Jacob could be added. As much as I don't like this, and I do believe Meltzer reported it, but I think he's right. I think he stole it. But we really could be seeing Randy Orton against Aleister Black at WrestleMania. It is definitely being discussed. Aleister kind of teased it Friday. The 2009 Randy Orton with the bald head and all that. He's bringing up like Cody being in the chamber. I don't know. I think the WWE missed a big opportunity. I do. I think Triple H played it really safe. I mean, I think people are doing a lot of crying, but there's some stuff that like I do agree with. Like I personally don't want to see Drew and Cody run it back again one-on-one. Like I just don't. But that's just how WWE's been lately. With running these matches consecutively, like they've already done 3 stages of hell. So like, what could possibly they do now? Like 3 stages of hell 2.0 on the cell, or like what? Like the only other match they could possibly do would be a Hell in the Cell match. So I don't really know, what their plan is with that. But I think the only thing they could do is Hell in a Cell. That's why I think they need to add Jacob Fatu to the match, because then they can shift the focus away from it being one-on-one. But Cody's winning the title at WrestleMania. Roman's going to win the title as well. They want the 2 big stars, 2 of the biggest stars in the company to hold the titles. Cody pushed, like I said on the TikTok video, for all you crybabies, Cody pushed for Drew McIntyre to get his little title run, and he's got it. And he's going to go to WrestleMania with the championship. He was never meant to hold the title for a super long time. So, Cody wanted to chase. He didn't want to go into WrestleMania with champion. I see it all over the damn timeline. Like, it's just insane. I've never seen so much crying and whining in my life. But I've already been in about that on TikTok, so I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to tell you guys what's going on. I really could see LA Knight maybe going up against like a Bronson Reed or something like that. I was told yesterday maybe it could be Bronson Reed, because originally the plan was LA Knight, Chris Jericho, but I don't know what's going on with Chris Jericho. I haven't heard anything. He's on the Fozzy tour, so I haven't heard, like, I think if he shows up like after the chamber, they still have time to do a program, and I think the LA Knight Jericho would make way more sense than LA Knight getting squashed by Brock Lesnar. Like, nobody wants to see that. LA Knight's not going to beat Brock Lesnar, so like, why do that? Brock doesn't have much time left. Like, he's supposed to be retiring at SummerSlam, so like, we need to do the big match. Like, have him go against Oba. WWE needs to stop being scared to go ahead and push. I mean, they've been doing all these vignettes and stuff on Oba. And by the way, for the people that were commenting about it on X, Oba Femi did not sign that contract Friday. They're on Sci-Fi. So, like, they're just trying to do anything they can. The views are going to be down from last week and this week because they're on Sci-Fi for SmackDown. He is not officially a SmackDown superstar. Royce Keys had a dark match on Friday against one of Praxium. I don't know why they did that. I don't know why they're not showcasing him on the main roster. I don't know. I don't even know if there's WrestleMania plans for him. If they don't do Rhea, Jade at WrestleMania, they're heavily teasing a TLC Women's Tag Team Championship match. And what I was saying earlier about on the Nikki Bree show, like Nikki Bella said, this is going to be a longer run for her and her sister. So yes, they are targeting the tag titles, but there's a lot more involved to it that I don't even really know about yet. They're putting fillers out there, but I could see something possibly, and I was told something at WrestleMania. You know, for the Nikki Bella, Bella, Rio, Lash and Nia, maybe Bailey and Lyra, something like that, for a TLC match for the title. I think that's really the best option there. Sorry, Andrew. So I was talking to After Slam. He just had a big show, so like I said, I don't know what's going on with the X. I don't know why. But trying to see if okay, just kicking out two. Shout out to kicking out two. Shout out to everybody from Gimmick Table Media. I will be on the Open Challenge at 8 p.m. Eastern, or 8 p.m. Central, which is 9 p.m. Eastern Saturday. So it's going to be a stream to talk about mental health, judgment. I'm going to be joined by Michael from Kicking Out at 2. He's hosting it, as well as Suds, Beanie, which you guys will see on my Elimination Chamber. It's on Saturday Night Main Event. And also Princess Just Skywalker. So you guys tune in to that. Should be fun times there. I'm not sure exactly why it's still not streaming to my X. But yeah, it's on my X. I just don't see it. I don't know. It's weird. Who cares? I'll figure it out later. So, like I said, Gunther is supposed to retire. You know, I know you guys don't really like it, but he's definitely supposed to retire. Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing up on my X. I'm about to try to reconnect it after the show. Gunther I was told he's supposed to retire Rey Mysterio. So that's the plan. So there's been a lot of rumbling going on Twitter between my favorite football player of all time, the GOAT, Tom Brady, Logan Paul. Paul Heyman's even been firing shots at Tom Brady. I don't possibly know where they're going with this. I asked and I have not heard back. Could we see Logan Paul and Austin Theory against Tom Brady and Bad Bunny at WrestleMania? It's a fucking possibility. It is a possibility. You heard it here first on Sunday Night Scoops. It's in Las Vegas, guys. Tom Brady is part owner of the Raiders. You got a freak athlete, Bad Bunny, that's coming back. Cody Rhodes talked about it on TMZ. If they're not doing a tag match, then definitely look for Bad Bunny versus Logan Paul. But don't be surprised if it's not Logan Paul and Austin Theory against Bad Bunny and Tom fucking Brady. I mean, Paul Heyman wouldn't be cutting these promos on Brady on X for nothing. So they're setting something up, and I was told that there's a pitch for Austin Theory and Logan Paul versus Bad Bunny and Tom Brady at WrestleMania. Whoever that YouTube guy is, I Show Speed or whatever the hell his name is, he's rumored to be doing something. I know Stone Cold is going to be at the WrestleMania event. I don't expect to see him compete this year. I think that's going to be next year, but we'll see. But you are here first on Sunday Scoop. If they do the tag match with Austin Theory and Logan Paul against Bad Bunny and Tom Brady, because Paul Heyman has cut promos on Brady on X, and they're not just doing that shit for no reason. They don't do that. WWE love to like throw those breadcrumbs out there. Tom's firing back at Logan Paul. Logan Paul firing back at Tom. So I don't think it's going to be a one-on-one match with them, but I could see like a Bad Bunny and Tom against like Logan and Austin, because they're going to have something to do. Seth Rollins news. He was spotted, or there's a video of him working out. He is got a very, very good chance to be ready for WrestleMania. I was told as of yesterday, Braun Breaker is about a 60-40 to be able to compete at WrestleMania. So, like, that's why they're running this masked person angle. Obviously, it was Grayson Waller, but ultimately, it's going to end up being Seth. But somebody inside the division is working with Seth. It's like an insider or something like that. But if Braun Breaker can go and Seth can go, they are going to do Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. Like I said, I haven't got a confirmation, but it's still up in the air. Just 1 second, guys. I'm answering in the group chat. I can't see the stream on my X. All right, so let's see. We talked about Gunther. Jacy Jayne recently did an interview on Bustin' Open with Bubba Ray, where she had some comments about one of the former members of Fatal Influence. She said she don't really think she would be where she was at if she was still in the group that she was in before that. I think I knew something was going. I knew something was going wrong with my ex. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know why it's not showing up. Wrestling RUS can see it. I don't know why it's not showing up, but I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Trying to figure out why I can't see it. No idea. I don't know what's going on, Elon, but you need to get it together for real. Appreciate the retweet on Wrestling RUS podcast. I guess you are able to find the show. I don't know what's going on with mine. So yeah, don't be surprised if it's a tag match. Tom Brady is getting called out. Shout out to Wrestling RUS podcast. Appreciate the good comments. Bobby, thank you for the subscription. Thought you were already subscribed, but appreciate that. I am really close to 200 guys, which is the ultimate goal by WrestleMania. Looks like maybe there's a chance I get there before Elimination Chamber. I'm only like 11 subscribers away, so you guys want to repost the YouTube stream? It's linked to the top of my X page. If you guys want to try, please help me get to 200. That'd be great. I think I'm like 10 or 11 away. But Appreciate that, Bobby, for the subscription. So, a lot of people were freaking out. I wasn't really a big fan of it. So let's talk about the AJ Lee situation. She is working Elimination Chamber for the Intercontinental Championship against Becky Lynch. I was told yesterday she also is going to wrestle at WrestleMania. So as of yesterday, there's 2 pitches, which I talked to Miami about it to text after they announced the match. I started getting ripped apart in the chats. Oh, I thought it was AJ and Becky at WrestleMania. Well, it is. In what form? That's still yet to be determined. I still feel like they're going to run it back. I think Becky cheats at Chamber. I think because AJ beat her the last 2 times. I do think Becky finds a way to win at the Chamber. Maybe Natty helps or something like that. The 2 pitches that I was told as of yesterday, and like I said, their creative is in a funk right now. Like it's a shit show backstage with all the plans. But it's either going to be AJ versus Becky for the Intercontinental Championship, or it would be like an AJ versus Becky versus Natty versus Maxine, which I don't really want to see that. I would just personally rather see them 4 just run it back, or them 2 just run it back. I do not think that AJ Lee wins the Intercontinental Championship. I know it's in Chicago, but her and Punk are both not winning. I think Lynch has got to win in order to further the story and get it to WrestleMania. Ultimately, could AJ win the title at WrestleMania? Yes. And then have somebody like Natty or something like that take the title off of AJ. So they're definitely going to run it back, guys. You guys don't freak out when stuff gets pushed up. Triple H and them are constantly changing shit. They see stuff online and they want to change it. So it's just the way it is, guys. So we've kind of talked about the women's tag team titles. So I was told as of yesterday that expect after WrestleMania, maybe even at WrestleMania, we could. Well, we're not gonna say at WrestleMania because they're gonna have to defend the tag titles. But expect Io Sky to be the one to take that title off of Julia. They're gonna do a big Io Julia feud, which sign me up for it. WWE is really big on Julia right now. They put her on the program the last 10 episodes, so they're like really showcasing her. They teased the Io Julia feud. So like it's definitely gonna happen. That's gonna be a banger. I look forward to that. They're definitely setting something up with Charlotte and Alexa. I know Charlotte threw her. That's why I'm not 100% sure that Charlotte wins the Elimination Chamber, because they could end up in that tag team turmoil TLC, or something like that. Ultimately, I feel like it's setting up for Alexa to turn on Charlotte Flair and eventually go over to the Wyatt Six. Did you see the color of the flowers? Charlotte eliminated Alexa from the Rumble. I fully expect Charlotte to qualify, but is Alexa going to return the favor at the Chamber and eliminate Charlotte? It's a possibility. I don't know what they do. I feel like Charlotte could win the Chamber, but also I'm a little worried that they may go back to Tiffany Stratton, because she's been out. She just come back. I don't think she can really afford a loss. So that's why I said she is one of the big options. Because if she doesn't win the Chamber, like what is she gonna do at WrestleMania? There's no other storyline for her to get in, unless she's gonna go after the US title, which is a possibility, but there's been no like hints or teases of that. But I do eventually see Alexa turning on Charlotte. Maybe we get an Alexa Charlotte match at SummerSlam or something like that. But Alexa's eventually going to go heel and join up the Wyatt Six. I was told there's going to be a tag team. There's going to be a tag team championship change. Wasn't told if it was going to be men's or women's. But there will be a tag team championship change. I do feel like the Lucha Brothers are going to reunite. There's really nothing left for Rey Fenix to do. He hasn't won a match in a long time on the main roster. It's time to reunite him and his brother. Penta, but Penta's like shining pretty much on his own. So we'll see what they do. Trying to think if there's anything else, guys. I got a lot of notes here. Charlotte Flair, Tiffany Stratton, or Rhea Ripley. One of those three wins the chamber. If I had to put my money on somebody, though, just based on where they're going with Alexa, Charlotte, I'm a little afraid they may go back to Tiffany. Nobody really wants to see it. They've already had several matches, but they're doing the same shit with Drew and Cody. So don't be surprised if it ain't Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill again at WrestleMania. Because Tiffany, there's nothing else for Tiffany Stratton to do. So, yeah. So that's going to wrap it up for the news. I'm going to open it up to you guys. I'm going to give you guys like 30, 35 minutes for Q&A. Because I had to cut it short last week. So tag your friends, get everybody in here. We're at 215 viewers. You guys got questions? Now is the time. What if Roxanne Perez take WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship AJ Lee in the future? Very possible. I do see AJ having a title run and having a lot of contenders, so that is a possibility, Bobby. I haven't really dug that deep into it, but I do know they're going to run it back. So everybody's concerned, oh, you got it wrong. No, I didn't. WrestleMania is not even here yet. Calm down. Just calm down. EVP ain't got shit wrong yet. We'll see Pat McAfee return to commentary on Raw or SmackDown soon. He will be back with Michael Cole when he does return. I don't know the exact date. I haven't heard. I don't really ask a whole lot of stuff about the commentary stuff, but I have been told Pat McAfee will be coming back soon. Just a second, I'm trying to get to the questions here. Could we see Tama Tonga win the U.S. title from Carmelo Hayes? That's a good question. He did pin him. I didn't like that. I didn't really talk about it. I don't know why they had him pinned in the 10-man tag. I do think Tama Tonga is going to get a title match, but I don't think he's going to be the one to take the title off of Carmelo Hayes. I told you guys, and you specifically, I think this Elimination Chamber match they have coming up Friday with Priest, Carmelo, and Trick is going to start that feud with Trick. And they're teasing Trick and Sammy for Mania, which they may do that, but the bigger match for me is Trick versus Carmelo for the U.S. title. But they are teasing the hell out of Trick and Sammy, so I don't think Tama Tonga's winning the title off of Carmelo Hayes. Which tag titles will be on the line at Mania as of this moment, Raw or SmackDown? The only tag title that I know of as of right now that's going to be on the line at WrestleMania is the Women's Tag Team Championship. I have not been told anything in regard to the men's, the Raw, or the SmackDown. I think that they may do what they did last year, have them defended on the shows before WrestleMania. Unless they're going to do like the Usos versus New Day versus the Lucha Brothers. That's a possibility for the Raw. I mean, I guess they could run the Wyatt Six and MFT back, but there's just not really a whole lot of options right now in SmackDown. But do expect some more tag teams to be coming up soon, too, as well, from NXT. But back to JC Jane. I didn't get to finish that. I got sidetracked. The way she was talking on Busted Open, she may be losing to Sol Ruka. They may be setting up this heel turn for Zarya, Sol. JC may lose. She's facing Sol next Tuesday in Atlanta. She could drop the title to Sol and then have Sol and Zarya have a feud. Maybe Sol drops the title to Zarya. I thought they were molding Kendall Gray to take the title off of JC, but we'll see. I mean, I don't think now is the right time to bring JC Jane up. I think they need to wait till after Stand and Deliver for her and Sol to come up, but we'll see. I mean, we could see Zarya cost Sol Ruka against JC Jane as well. Will you be posting more spoilers and scoops on the EVP Wrestling chat now going forward instead of the Bomb Movement chat? Yes. So the EVP chat is open to all spoilers. I've let everybody know that chat's been going for almost 2 years now. I post what I want in there. It's not the Bomb Movement chat that doesn't want spoilers and leaks. That's my chat. So feel free to ask questions. Just don't spam it. Because that's what this show is for. But if you have an immediate question, put it in the EVP chat, and I will answer it there. If there's something you forget to ask on the show, you're more than welcome to ask any questions you want in that EVP chat. The Bomb Movement, I will not be posting no more stuff. I have respect for them because they whine and cry about spoilers and stuff like that. So. Sorry, I had the same question. All right. Will the Jada Blake feud end at Stand and Deliver with Blake put Jada over before moving up to the main roster? I think it does go to Stand and Deliver, but I don't know when Blake's coming up. I was told she was going to win a major title in NXT before she comes up, but I do think Blake's ready to come up. So that's a really good question. I can see her putting Jada over if she is going to come up, though. But this feud definitely going to go to Stand and Deliver. I think this kind of feud needs a title involved in it. But this feud's definitely going to go on for a while for sure. I'm going to Raw Memphis tomorrow. Obafemi is going to be there. And will it set up the storyline between him and Brock? Not tomorrow. It won't. Because Brock is not advertised. He's advertised for the Raw after. It's not this Monday, but the Raw, the go home Raw before Elimination Chamber. That is where the Obafemi Brock Lesnar stuff is going to begin. Unless they pivot and actually, shit in the bed and do LA Knight and Brock Lesnar. If they do that, I'm going to be just livid. That is terrible booking. Nobody wants to see that. LA Knight doesn't deserve that. Squash. But yeah, tomorrow you got a good show coming. You got Bayley, Asuka, and Natty in the chamber qualifier. Which honestly, I think maybe Asuka wins that. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be all tag team people in that women's chamber. Natty could win, but I don't know. I don't think so. I think Asuka probably pins Bayley or something like that. Then the Gunther. Who is it? Gunther, Rey Mysterio. I mean, not Rey. Gunther, Dom Mysterio, and who is it? Penta. So I could see. I don't think Gunther's advanced. Like I said, I think. No, it's Gunther, Javon Evans, and Dominic Mysterio. As much as I like to see Javon in the Elimination Chamber, I do think it's going to be Dom because Finn's going to lose, and then Dom's going to be in the chamber. Finn's going to get pissed. So, like, I'm telling you guys, it's ultimately setting up this Finn, Dominic Mysterio at WrestleMania. We're going to get the Demon back, so everybody's going to be happy. But you will not see a setup tomorrow. Oba's probably going to have a squash match. But it is good to see the War Raiders have recovered from the squash that Oba did to them. Now they're now the number one contender for the AAA Tag Team Championship. I don't know. Maybe I need to start doing a AAA show, but I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of time, so I'm pretty busy. Could we have a Nia Lash with Bella Twins versus Rio for the tag titles at Mania? Yes, I just talked about that earlier. 100% we could. That's originally the pitch as of right now. Nia Lash, Bella Twins, Rio, and possibly Bailey Lyra. Because the titles are going to come off Rhea and Io, and it has to be in a setting where they don't have to get pinned. So I do think the Bella Twins are going to win those tag titles. And I think it's going to be in a setting just like what you're talking about. That is the planned match for right now. It's a TLC match for the women's tag team title at WrestleMania. When will we see The Rock on TV again soon? I miss him. Oh. Man, you asked the hard questions because this is a question I do not really want to answer. I've been told a lot of stuff about The Rock. I'm just going to give you the answer that I was told. I think that we see The Rock either at the end of the Roman Punk match or on the Raw after WrestleMania to start the Roman Rock feud WrestleMania 43. I know the girl with the Asuka profile picture that claims she has the sword but won't reveal is probably paying Slice and all that. She's in all the chats, thinks she knows everything. Says it's not fucking confirmed. I'm telling you right now, Rock and Roman's happened at 43. If you don't believe it, send me your bet amount in my DMs. I'll triple it. It's happening at 43. So, I don't know who her source is. If it's a fucking Ghost of Madness, that I don't know. Who is that? Like, are they real? But yes. So I've heard Rock could I heard that Rock could show up at the end of the after Roman wins the title. There's also rumblings that Rock may show up at Elimination Chamber and take Cody's soul. That's just not happening. I don't know who put that out there, but that's not happening. After WrestleMania, with Roman or the Raw after WrestleMania to start the build to WrestleMania 43. So don't listen to all them people that have all these different wrestler profile pictures that don't want to put their source out there. They're probably paying someone or they're going behind some fucking paywall, which I give you guys the information for free. Out of the kindness of my heart, I could put a paywall up too and charge $9.99 a month and give you guys information. But I do a YouTube show. I take a day out of my weekend to give you guys a show. So I do it because I love you guys and I want you guys to have the information. You know, I don't want to have to charge, but I mean, I could, you know, but these people are paying for information. Like, people are paying Meltzer out the ass. Like, what is it like saying? Can you verify that David Finlay is headed to WWE? Because I don't know if this is confirmed, despite Meltzer saying it. I was told it's true. I was told that David Finlay is headed to WWE. I don't know where the fuck Meltzer is getting this shit. Like I said, he's probably stealing it from South. South's the best out there. As far as getting the news and stuff. Shout out to Fightful. Also, WrestleBoats is really good. Body Slam. Slice is also very accurate as well. But obviously a lot of their shit behind a paywall. I'm not paying nobody for information when I have my own source. I was told he is headed to WWE. So Meltzer fucking found one under a rock right there. But the Brock LA Knight shit, I have not been told that that's happening. I have been told David Finlay though. Will we see the Demon Finn at Mania? I might have asked that last week, but maybe I forgot. Yes. this is where we're headed. So Finn was left out of the Rumble. You know, JD McDonough's hurt. He's going to lose again at Elimination Chamber to Punk. Dom's going to qualify for the Chamber. It's all going to culminate. Like, Liv's been getting on his ass about playing video games, not doing this, not doing that. And it's ultimately, we're going to see that snap, that character change. Finn Balor, he's going back to the Demon, and he's going to beat Dominic Mysterio at WrestleMania. And I want my credit from all these other fuckers that are posting this shit, that either they're watching this show. Tomorrow there'll be a shit ton of reports on X. I swear to God. Every time I send a text to Miami, it's like, as soon as I do a Sunday scoop, the next day there's a shit ton of reports on X. So, but shout out to Miami, Wrestling RUS podcast, and a couple of others that have commented on people's reports after my show, for trying to help me get my flowers. I do appreciate that, guys. Question from Bobby. Do you any news we see TNA wrestlers have a match at NXT Stand and Deliver? Haven't been told anything about that yet, Bobby. I will ask though. I am now starting to cover. I am starting a TNA recap show. Starting this coming up Thursday. It's going to be the first episode. Brought a new show brought to the GWE Network and the EVP show. But I will ask, Bobby. But I don't get much TNA information. But I can ask for you and see if TNA wrestlers have a match at Stand and Deliver. I will find out. Come back next Sunday and I will have your question. Or I can add you to my GC chat. Or I can have, like, I don't know if anybody can add, but I can add you. I'll find out for you though. Could Gunther retiring the Legends help WWE finally pave the way and make focus for the new generation a lot more? Yeah. I mean, I think that's the ultimate goal here with this career killer. Like, we're keeping Gunther away from the World Championship. He's retired Goldberg. He's retired John Cena. He just retired AJ Styles, which I don't think he's fully retired yet. But he's about to retire Rey Mysterio. He's probably going to retire Brock Lesnar. Then they could, when it's time, I don't know how long Randy's going to keep doing it, but they could do the career killer versus the legend killer. You know, that's what I was talking about in this TikTok live yesterday. You know, all this crying about Cody. You know, the man showed up to house shows. He wrestled Drew last night in Lubbock and on a house show. You know, after SmackDown, he gave away 2 WrestleMania tickets to a small little fan with a little kid with autism. You guys you guys give it a break. Like, it's exhausting, man. Like, the Cody hate is so forced. It's very hard to stay on the timeline very long. People, you know, these older stars are getting their shine, but like, eventually we're gonna be seeing the Obafimis and Braun Breakers, the Obafimis and Jacob Fatus at WrestleMania. So enjoy these older stars while we have them, guys, because they're not going to be here forever. So yes, I do believe that that's a very valid question. Could Chelsea's injury open up a chance for Alba to move down to NXT? I don't know. I honestly don't. I think that's the right move for her. Because she is just a waste of space on the main roster. I hate to say that. She needs to go down to NXT, but I haven't been told anything about that. But I will ask. Could Aleister Black versus Randy Orton at Mania be the big moment for Aleister Black? Yes. Yes, yes, and yes. I was told as of yesterday that I can't even fucking believe it, but that is the match that I was told. Aleister Black and Randy Orton. I mean, he did face Joe Hendry last year, so I don't know. And then him and fucking Jelly Roll had a tag match against Drew and Logan. So, like, I don't know why all you guys are surprised that WWE is not booking Randy against a top tier opponent. But Aleister Black was told he was going to be getting a push. So, like, facing Randy Orton, a legend, at WrestleMania, that is a push. And they could have, Randy could put Aleister over there. And that could be his big moment. But I was told as of yesterday, it is Aleister Black versus Randy Orton. I've seen that Billy had commented in the Samantha Irvin chat that Randy wouldn't going to win the Chamber. Well, no, fuck no, he's not winning the Chamber because Cody's winning the Chamber. Cody was always winning the Chamber. Cody is winning the title. So, could a triple threat Hell in a Cell match between Jacob Drew and Cody at Mania work? Yes, it could work. It definitely could work. It would shut, maybe the fans would stop crying so much on X. I feel like that's all they do is cry. Like, I really want to send the whole X community a bunch of tissues, but they got Roman in the main event. They want to bitch and cry about Cody. Like, it's so, like, I'm over it. Like, give it a break. Like, it's just, I don't know. As of yesterday, it's Drew Cody. But I was also told it's still a possibility they could work Jacob Fatu into the match. And I feel like, me personally, after talking to my guy yesterday for over an hour on the phone, that it has to be in the Hell in a Cell. And I do think they gotta find a way to get Jacob in there. It takes a lot of heat off Triple H, which he's got so much heat on him right now. The ticket sales. It's still very much a possibility. Fanatic. Jacob being added. If Jericho doesn't show up before Mania, and if Jericho signs after Mania, could we see LA Knight versus Jericho at SummerSlam? Yeah. That match was originally planned for WrestleMania. So if we don't see Jericho after the Chamber, then, you know, I guess we could get an LA Knight Bronson Reed. But ultimately, we are going to see Chris Jericho and LA Knight. And that would be a great SummerSlam match. So I don't know if that's 100% confirmed for SummerSlam, but I think it would be a good SummerSlam match for sure. What plans are for Rusev for the next few weeks since he returned at the Rumble? I have heard of no plans for Rusev, which is absolutely insane. They went out of their way to re-sign him when he left AEW, and he lasted like not even 2 minutes in the Rumble. I have heard no creative plans moving forward for Rusev, which is crazy. Will Jelly Roll be involved at Mania? I have not been told about anything at Jelly Roll. Bad Bunny, Tom Brady, Asho's Speed. Those are the ones that I've heard about for Mania. I've not heard anything about Jelly Roll. I heard Jelly Roll's in some sort of trouble, or supposedly some trouble. Some lady accusing him of stuff, but I'm not getting all that on my show. So, could we see the Io Julia women's U.S. title match at Mania? No. I mean, we could. We could if Rhea and Io dropped the titles before WrestleMania, but I don't think so. If it was up to me and I had the pin, I would have them drop it before Mania to maybe Bayley and Lyra, and have the Bella Twins beat fucking Bayley and Lyra at Mania, and do Io and Julia at WrestleMania. If I had the pin, that's what I would do. But as of now, I was told that they're running the TLC match for the women's tag titles at WrestleMania. Could we see LA Knight and Julia win world titles in 2026? Oh, that's tough questions. LA Knight, no. I don't think so. I just don't. I think Roman's going to have the title for a long time. Unless LA moves over to SmackDown. I mean, Cody may drop the title to Randy or something. I don't know. I don't see LA Knight winning a world championship. I just don't. WWE is the way they booked him, and just man, he's been in 3 straight Money in the Banks and hasn't won. Now Julia is gonna win a world title. Is it gonna be in 2026? I don't think so. But I think before the end of 2027, Julia will be a women's world champion. They're very high on Julia creatively. I was told that yesterday. Will the White 6 MFT feud end at Mania? That's a good question. I think we're gonna get some more tag teams up. As of right now, that feud is still going on. I don't know if they have a match at Mania. I think they may have it on the SmackDown before Mania or something like that. I hope it's over because I'm sick of it. It's old. It's like I'm over it. It needs to end at Mania. Now, have I been told will it? No, I haven't. When could the Lucha Brothers reunite on Raw? Perhaps after Elimination? Yes. I was told that there is going to be a reunion. Possible Usos versus Lucha Brothers versus New Day, but Jimmy may be on paternity leave, so that might be the snag to why they may not be doing the Raw men's tag titles at Mania, because Naomi's got to be getting close to having the baby. So pay close attention to that. But we are going to see Lucha Brothers reunite. What do you think about Ariana Grace being number 3 NXT wrestler to hold Knockouts championship like Jacy Jayne and Kalani Jordan? I was shocked, Bobby. Especially with her being so closely tight-knitted with Santino. I love her character. I think she's phenomenal. As far as a wrestler, I was shocked. Like I said, I don't watch a lot of TNA. I'm gonna have to now because I'm doing a TNA show. But congratulations to Ariana. I mean, her character's great. So I think if she's booked correctly, it could be great. Stacks is phenomenal with the TNA International Championship. So it just brings another title into that stable that they're trying to form. So I mean, I'm all for it. Congratulations to Ariana for that. If Soul wins the title, could the Soul Zarya feud be like the Sammy and KO feud in NXT? It could. I mean, they've been dragging out the heel turn from Zarya for. I don't know why Billy in that chat said that I ever said Sol Ruca was going heel, because I never once said that. Sol Ruca is not going heel. I've never once said she was going heel, ever. Zarya is going to be the one to turn on Sol. I mean, it could be a long feud, but ultimately Sol's coming up to the main roster. So that's why I have a feeling maybe either Zarya calls Sol at NXT in 2 weeks when she faces Jacy Jayne. The way Jacy was talking on Busted Open, she's ready to come up to the main roster. She's not nervous. She feels like she's ready. She feels like she can accomplish something there. So I also wouldn't be surprised if Jacy doesn't drop the title to Sol, and then we get a Sol Zarya NXT Women's Championship match. Maybe that's Stand and Deliver. Maybe that's where Zarya wins the title off of Sol. Do you see an NXT wrestler win TNA? Do you see a NXT wrestler win TNA World Heavyweight Championship like Trick Williams did before? I mean, anything's possible. I mean, I haven't been told anything specifically. I have been told that Miles Bourne is going to be the one to take that NXT North American Championship off of Ethan Page, though. But I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, the partnership and the takeover between TNA and NXT is phenomenal. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised for sure. Shout out to Greg for reposting the stream and the 237 people. Shout out to Elliot, one of my biggest fans ever. He is the first person to buy EVP merchandise, which is now off the fucking market. I don't know what happened to it. It's taken off of my link tree, so there is no EVP merch. I'm not happy about that. This question is: The Rock can be on the Raw after WrestleMania? Yes, yes, he could. He damn well could. They're Rock Roman is what is fucking happening in 43. I don't care what that girl or a guy or what. I don't know if it's a girl or a guy. I'm not gonna misgender anybody. That pays Slice or whoever the fuck it is to get their source, or they claim they know all these people or whatever, and they're making millions of dollars or whatever, but they're chatting in Twitter wrestling GC chats. I don't care what they say. Rock and Roman is happening at 43. So shit, they said, "Oh, it's not confirmed." It is confirmed. It's happening. So yes, he could show. It's gonna be a whole long ass build. So he either shows up after Roman beat Punk at the end of Mania, or he shows up at the Raw after. One of the two. Stop listening to all these people that are paying people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Wish she would bring her ass on here and I would tell her. Could we see Callie Armstrong from WWE Evolve get caught up and go to NXT? Yep. I was told that Callie could be getting caught up to NXT. I don't know when, but that's definitely a possibility. Follow-up question for Finley. If and when Finley shows up, will he be on the main roster, possibly replace Finn in the Judgment Day or join NXT? I was told that he could be added to the Judgment Day, because not only going to lose Finn, but JD is out. So I feel like Finley would be a great addition to the Judgment Day. They're going to need another man in there, because it's going to be split into two sides. So I don't know when JD's going to return. I know Seth Rollins is getting back really close. He was working out yesterday, doing leg workouts. I could definitely see David Finley in the Judgment Day. So Private Party returned to AEW TV recently with WWE target more tag teams. Yes, I just said that. Expect to see a lot more tag teams. A lot. That's all I'm going to say right now. I don't have the full specifics on it, but I expect to see a lot of tag teams. And I was surprised that Private Party did go back to AEW. Because WWE did have interest in them. WWE did offer them a contract. Could the Motor City Machine Guns move to Raw eventually? I think so. But if they do, you're going to see a lot of progression in the tag division over the next 6 months. So, yes, that's possible. I haven't heard that specifically, but it is possible. Could we see TNA start win the top men's and women's title in NXT eventually? Yes. Like I just told Bobby, the crossover thing, anything possible when it comes to TNA with the crossover with the NXT championship and the TNA championship. So yeah. Will WWE ever get their shit together and creative soon before Mania and pick this mess? Because I'm trying to get ticket to Mania. I want to get my money's worth. If I get ticket, well, you can send me the money and let me go to Mania. Fanatic. Since I answer all your questions. You can give me a birthday gift and send me to WrestleMania. I'm just kidding. I'm going to Money in the Bank in New Orleans. I don't know, man. It is an absolute mess right now. Shit is changing every day. That's why it's so hard for me to pinpoint stuff for you guys. I'm giving you guys information by the week because shit is changing by the week right now. There is a 25% discount or something like that right now on the Mania tickets, but they're still fucking super high. So I would be trying to take, if you're going to go, I'd be trying to get those tickets now while you can get them for 25% off. As far as if they're going to fix this creative mess, I doubt it. I doubt it. Are they still going to sell the tickets? Yeah, because they're going to do something extravagant. So, like they've started panicking before Elimination Chamber last year and had the fucking Rock show up just to sell tickets. They go into fucking panic mode because their creative sucks. Any news of Clark Connors is signed with AEW? I don't have any news on Clark Connors, and I don't have any news on AEW, unfortunately, Bobby. I don't have an AEW source. I will ask, though. I need to get one. I need to work on getting an AEW source, so, but no news on that. Sorry. Could LA Knight win the Intercontinental Championship? Now that is a possibility. A very strong possibility. But I don't think he is winning a world championship in 2022. Now the Intercontinental, yes, but I do think Finn is gonna win that. Probably hold it for a while, but he's gonna be a heel. So LA Knight could be the one to take the title off, but he's gonna be the demon. So I think the next title LA Knight wins will be a US championship or the Intercontinental Championship. He's not winning the world title. All good, Bobby. No question is any wrong question here. You guys have about 5 more minutes. Questions before I close the stream. Thank you guys. That's a lot of questions. While we're waiting on any more questions, I'll do my shout outs. Obviously, to Talk It Up Wrestling Podcast. Shout out to Bobby. I thought you had already subscribed to my YouTube channel, but I guess you just did. Talk It Up Wrestling Podcast. Make sure you follow them on X and give them a subscription. Also, After Slam Podcast. Make sure you follow them on X and also subscription on YouTube. Wrestle Fanatic, one of my favorites. Even he bugged the shit out. You can send me WrestleMania tickets though. One of my favorite people in the world, one of my biggest supporters, Wrestling RUS Podcast. He definitely stands up for me when other people report shit after I have. So I definitely appreciate that. Don't you worry. Don't you fucking worry. When Brock and Oba gets made official, I'm going to go ballistic on X with that shit. Shout out to Bobby. Let's see if there's anybody else on this side. Shout out to Greg for reposting the stream. My favorite person, Elliot, who bought the first piece of EVP merch. He's a huge Rock fan. He's waiting for the final boss to show back up. How many dates The Rock showing up for? I don't have a lot of information on dates. But I do expect a year-long build to the Rock Roman feud. But Elliot, you're not gonna want to hear this, but when Rock and Roman's over, that's it. When Rock and Roman is done in Saudi, that's it for the Rock. He's retiring. That's his last match. He will never wrestle. He's not wrestling Cody. I've already heard, The Rock showing up at Chamber and taking Cody's soul, and they should do Rock and Cody at WrestleMania. They're not fucking doing that. I don't know about the dates though. I would think that he would show up a little bit. You know, it's going to be a year-long build, so I would expect to see him, a handful of times at least, Elliot, for sure. Will Carmella ever return? I don't know. The big tease, her working with NXT on Robert Stone. As far as WWE, I haven't been told anything about her getting back in the ring. She could come back in some sort of like managerial role or something like, to working with Robert Stone and all them. So, yeah. All right, guys, that is it. We're at the hour 30 mark. I appreciate you guys for tuning in to Sunday Night Scoops, episode 7. Thank you guys to 244 people that's watching. That's fucking amazing. One of the best showing with Sunday Night Scoops. It's only going to get better from here, guys. This show is going to be popping all the way to WrestleMania. You want to tune in every Sunday because the way WWE is working right now, creative shit is changing every week. And then next Sunday will be the last Scoops before Chamber, so you definitely don't want to miss next Sunday. So shout out to DWE, the CEO and the head of the table, Miami the Great, Final Boss Baby, Director Reg, World of Greg, After the Slam Podcast. Shout out to Gimmick Table Media, two lovely ladies who were on last night. It was fucking hilarious. They were both drunk. From the Wrestling Divas Podcast, Lady Alpha and Autumn. Also, Benny from Hudson Square Circle Media, Michael and Tori from Kicking Out at 2, which I will be a guest on the Mental Health Show Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. If you guys want to tune in to Kick Out at 2, it'd be me, Benny, Michael, and Princess Jess she's mainly on TikTok. It's a mental health show. I think it's wonderful. I think it needs to be put out there. So I'm looking forward to being one of the first guests on that show. I think mental health is a very important topic for people to talk about. Also, shout out to the Run In Wrestling Podcast as well, Table Media. And thank you guys, 245 views. It's amazing. So, before I go, I'm going to play my outro, and then I'm going to play the video again to tell you guys how to get into that Intercontinental Championship raffle for only $15. So, after the intro, I'll go straight into that, show the barcode, I'll explain it one more time, and then I will tell you where you're going to find me on my socials. What you got to do is start finding me on my socials, what I have coming up for you guys this week. Don't go anywhere.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
There are a lot of podcasts out there, but only one with this kind of energy.
Welcome to EVP Show Recap Prediction Sports. Let go, Show Recap Prediction Sports.
In one podcast.
Welcome to EVP Show Recap Prediction Sports. Let go.
All right, guys. So here is the video from After the Slam Podcast on how to enter that raffle for the old school WWF Intercontinental Championship.
Hey guys, it's me, Bodacious Albert from the After the Slam Podcast, and today we are announcing big news. For the first time in After the Slam history, we are going to do our first raffle giveaway. After the Slam Podcast and the DWE, we're giving away our first championship belt. It's easy to enter. All you got to do is scan that QR code and pay $15 to enter the raffle. And guess what? It's simple. If every $15 you put in, it's an extra raffle and a better spot for you to win. And what am I talking about? We are giving away the classic Intercontinental Championship. This title is going to be given away to a lucky winner. All you got to do is scan that QR code and pay that $15. Imagine winning a championship belt for only $15. But there's also a catch. You need to subscribe to all of the DWE members' YouTube channels. After the Slam, Talk It Up, and the EVP Show. So get going. Get a chance to win an IC championship belt. Shipped straight to your door. Only $15. It's all in your hands. The funds of this contest will go on to buying a new championship belt every single month so we can do a giveaway. So don't miss it. Become the Intercontinental Champion of the IWC. For more info, look at the description below and you can see all the details there. Become the Intercontinental Champion.
Alright guys, $15 to win the WWF Classic Intercontinental Championship belt. How to enter, you subscribe to After the Slam Podcast, Talk It Up Wrestling Podcast, and obviously my show at the EVP Show. If you're not already subscribed, you type in the search bar and you will see all of my content, all the shorts, all the lives that I have on there. And then you hit that, you scan that barcode, and you send the $15 PayPal. You can have unlimited entries. You can enter as many times as you want. The raffle will end on February the 28th, and a winner will be drawn after the Slam Podcasters Pod on March the 1st, the next month. I believe Miami said they are also going to be doing a giveaway for 2K26. Show the barcode. That is the barcode that you scan right there. So if you guys want to scan that barcode, make sure you, after you scan and send the money, that you subscribe to my EVP, the EVP Show channel, After Slam Podcast, and Talk About Wrestling. That is the only catch to getting into this raffle. So make sure you follow that. And like I said, it ends the day of the Elimination Chamber, which is February 28th, and the winner will be drawn on March 1st. And I do believe Miami and them are going to be doing some sort of 2K26 giveaway with the same type of rules, with the subscription to the YouTube channels. And like After Slam said again, so there's going to be like 2 giveaways in March. So you guys be paying attention to my show, After Slam, and Talk It Up, EW Radio, for more information on that. I don't really know the specifics on that. I'm not the one doing the giveaways. So, but yeah, we have a lot more stuff coming when it comes to that. So any questions, you guys hit me up, or After Slam or Miami, and we can answer them. But you guys could be the IWC Intercontinental Championship. It's all in your hands. So easy. Scan that barcode, pay that $15. Give me a follow, the EVP Show, a subscription on YouTube, at Talk It Up Wrestling, and After Slam Podcast. And you are entered into the raffle. You never know. Maybe you, it's all in your hands. So as far as where you can find me on my socials, it is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. All my links are in my bio. You can follow me on X at EVPCJP, Instagram, same handle, lowercase though, at EVPCJP, and on TikTok at Brady DA Goat 21, which we talked about Tom Brady maybe in a WrestleMania match. At Brady the Goat 21 on TikTok. We can see all my videos that Greg and Miami make for my YouTube streams. I got a big week coming up this week, and a huge week coming up next week. Next week is a 7-day week. Well, yeah, not this week coming up, but the next is going to be a 7-day week on the EVP Show channel. But yeah, on TikTok at the EVP Show. TikTok is at Brady the Go 21. And last but not least, most importantly, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's at the EVP Show. If you're not already subscribed, go to that search bar up above and hit at the EVP Show and hit that subscribe button. If you guys go back and watch the stream, make sure you spam the likes on this stream. That helps me. That helps my YouTube channel. That helps put my channel in the algorithm to get fresh eyes and ears on my YouTube channel. Thank you guys for that. So please like this stream. If you're watching it from X, please go into YouTube and just hit that like button. It just goes a long way as having likes on comments. I've seen a lot of comments from YouTube, so that is phenomenal. I love to see that. I love the comments from YouTube. I don't mind the X stuff, but I love seeing stuff from YouTube. As far as what I have coming up next, I will see you guys tomorrow night, 11 p.m. Eastern. I'm back for your Raw recap. We have 2 Elimination Chamber qualifying matches: Bayley, Asuka, and Natty, Gunther, Javon Evans, and Dominic Mysterio. Plus, Rhea Ripley is supposed to be there. CM Punk as well. Should be a good show tomorrow. Then I'm back. It's usually doubleheader Tuesday on Tuesday, but not this week because NFL is over. But I will be back Tuesday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern for the NXT recap. Wednesday, I'm obviously off on Wednesday. This is my only day off. Will be my only day off this week is Wednesday. But Thursday, tune in to a brand new show coming to EVP Show and the DWE Network. It is the TNA Recap Show. Thursday night. I know it's going to be a taped show, but I will be live at 11:30 p.m. Eastern for your TNA recap show Thursday night. And then Friday night, I'm back for your SmackDown recap at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Saturday, you can catch me on Kicking Out at 2 with Michael, the Brainiest Michael, as we're doing the mental health show. It's going to be me, Michael, Mr. Vinny, and Princess Jess Skywalker. And that's going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central. So you guys make sure you tune into that. And then next Sunday, we're back here again. It's the last scoop before Elimination Chamber, episode 8, Sunday Night Scoop at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So next week after that is a full 7-day week for the EVP on the EVP show. We'll have a Raw recap, an NXT recap, and then that next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we will be having our Elimination Chamber prediction show. And then Thursday will be the TNA recap, followed by the Friday SmackDown recap, which will be the go home to Elimination Chamber. And then on Saturday, we will have an Elimination Chamber recap, followed by a Sunday episode 9 of Sunday Night Scoops. So not this week coming up, but the following week is a 7-day week for the EVP show. I will be streaming 7 days that week. But that is it for me, guys. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And I will see you guys. Play something for all the little crybabies before I go. Just because I just love pissing people off. You better start learning the words to Kingdom while you're crying. So, yeah, thank you guys for showing up. 253 people. DWE is the place to be. I will see you guys tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Eastern for the Raw recap. I am the EVP from the EVP show and the Golden Boy of DWE, just like Cody Rhodes said, the Golden Boy Friday night. I'm the Golden Boy of DWE. And DWE is the place to be. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Enjoy your Sunday, the rest of your Sunday. Hit that subscribe button on EVP show and hit that notification bell. And I will catch you guys live tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Eastern for your Raw recap. Have a good night, everyone.